Hey everyone, welcome back to another Facebook Live. I'm your host, Jess,
And I'm your host, Lauren.
and today we are talking all things motivation. We want to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward when you're starting your high school program and giving you all the tips and tricks that we've learned over the years on how to stay motivated during your program. Before we jump into all of that good content, Lauren is going to give us a couple of Facebook Live tips. So take it away, Lauren.
Thanks, Jess. So, we definitely want this to be a two-way conversation. We all have our very unique ways of staying motivated and the things that motivate us. So, if you have any helpful advice or things that keep you pushing forward, drop that in the comments so we can all see it. We just, of course, ask you don't share any personal information because the comments are public. If you need to reach out to us and you're already a high school student, the phone number is 1-888-427-1000. If you are not yet a high school student but are looking to become one, the number for admissions is 1-888-427-6500. Just to say in advance, a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about today is for high school students who are already in their program, but we know a lot of you are thinking about signing up. It is back to school season, so those good back to school vibes are in the air. It's a great time to enroll if you're considering it. But a lot of this will focus on an amazing contest that we have going on and just motivation tips in general for our high school students. So we're really excited to get into it. Like Jess said, we're
Yes,
going to cover all things motivation. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jess.
no, you're good. You're good. Go, keep going.
All right, we're going to go over tips to stay motivated by working on your high school diploma online. We're going to talk about the Motivate to Graduate Challenge, which is happening right now and really exciting. And then just get into some FAQs for that challenge, how you can sign up, and how you can gain additional entries. So, Jess, as the queen of all things motivation, what are some tips to stay motivated while working on your high school diploma? Because first and foremost, it's about working on that diploma, getting through your classes. You all have an end goal in mind. So let's talk about how we get there.
Absolutely. I think that being that Penn Foster's high school diploma program is all online and it's so flexible that you can do it at your own pace is kind of a double-edged sword because you have a lot of flexibility to work on your program when you have time and when that free time presents itself, but also you have to make sure that you're keeping yourself really motivated so that you don't, hit a patch where you kind of fall off the wagon a little bit, right? So these tips will definitely help you stay consistently working on your program and so that you can hit your goals, graduate when you want to, and keep moving on with the rest of your goals and determinations and for the rest of your life. And these don't just apply to your program. In general, these are just good tips to keep yourself motivated when it comes to anything. So number one, and this might sound a little, self-explanatory, but setting goals is a huge one. When you set goals, it helps you stay focused and motivated. So my Google started talking. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but that's the
Yeah.
beauty of live video, folks. Setting goals will help you stay focused and motivated. Creating a list of short and long-term goals of what you want to achieve is definitely helpful. So in the short term, your goals could be something like completing a lesson, a quiz, or a test, but your long-term goals can be graduating with honors or enrolling in college or moving into another program. Writing your goals down and putting them someplace visible will serve as a really good daily reminder of what you want to achieve with, moving through your high school program and giving yourself attainable goals. So those short-term goals are easier ones that you can, do in a day or do a few a week. But those long-term goals are the culmination of all of your short-term goals leading up to the big one, which is, graduation. With setting goals, you also want to make sure that you are creating a schedule for yourself. So this is another instance of something that you can either write down or put in a calendar in your phone. creating a schedule will help you manage your time effectively. So set a specific time each day dedicated to your studies if you can, and treat your online school like traditional school. Just because it's online doesn't mean that you should treat it any differently. Creating a schedule will ensure you stay on track and make the most out of all of your time. So, that could also help in your regular life. If you schedule the times a day where you're going to work on your schoolwork, then you can also schedule out when you're going to do laundry, what time you want to start making dinner, block off times to take an hour to binge watch TV. Creating that schedule really helps give you some structure around everything and will keep you motivated to stay on track with the schedule that you set for yourself.
I'm a big fan of making a schedule because if you do the work to make the schedule, then all you have to do during the day is just do the things you set in the schedule. So it kind of feels like you're on autopilot. And I personally feel like it just takes away a lot of the stress of like, how am I going to fit this in? What do I do now? That part is the worst when you're trying to arrange things in the moment. It can get really tough and feel really stressful. So if you're just doing the things you said you're going to do and the order you're going to do them, it just is like, okay, I can handle this. It all fits. I've got it. And it just feels so much better.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Even if it's something you wake up in the morning and you just make your schedule for the day, every day, because
Mhm.
every day can be different depending on what kind of job you work. If you have kids, their schedules, when they nap, when they, things like that. Even if it's, the first thing you do in the morning is you get a piece of paper out and you write down all the things you want to do that day and when they fit in. And it's just going to, like Lauren said, you go on autopilot then at that point. Your whole day is set. And it just makes it a lot easier to fit in all the things you want to fit in. Lauren, do you
Definitely.
want to jump in with a couple more tips?
Yes. So I think a really important part of staying motivated is understanding it. You might need some help. It's hard to keep yourself motivated and do the work and, be the one pushing forward all the time. Everybody needs that support system. So you can find that from the people in your personal IRL life, family members, friends, people at work, people in your community that can check in and, ask you how you're doing, ask you how you're feeling, and see how your goals are going. But you are an online learner. So, of course, there are online options as well. If you're in that mindset, that, scheduled point in your day when you're working on your online high school program, you likely want to look for online support. So, that is very much available. Of course, our social media pages are great online communities where you can see people who have graduated, who have hit certain milestones, also who have hit certain roadblocks and are honest about how they've moved forward to overcome those. But then we do have our student community as well, and that really is the best resource to talk to other Penn Foster High School students and find that support. As a Penn Foster student, you do have access. So we'll drop the link in the comments. But if you haven't logged on in a while or you've never logged on, definitely spend some time in the Penn Foster student community. There are all kinds of discussion boards based on your program, your interests, meeting other people. So it's really cool. And then every week there are community chats where everybody is in there at the same time talking about a specific topic. So it's really cool and a great place to talk about how you stay motivated. I think it's also important too, as you're, working with others and doing all of these things, to remember to take care of yourself. Um, Physical and mental health are both very important to your success, to meeting
Yes.
your goals, and to staying okay. So, a big part of that is making sure you're eating nutritious meals. If you're feeling the brain fog and you've been hitting some of the fun snacks too much, like maybe it's time to have a little fruit break or something that's higher in protein or whatever is good for your diet, so you give your brain that good boost. I love to go for walks. I feel like it's great physically, it's amazing mentally to clear your head. Definitely take some time to do that. And make sure you're making time for fun too. A night out with friends or a phone call with somebody who you really love can totally, improve your stress level, hopefully prevent burnout. it's just important to think about what you need and be honest with yourself about what that is and make sure you're taking that into consideration too. Part of what you need also is making sure that you're taking the time to celebrate your success. So, along the way, throughout your whole entire program, throughout your whole entire life, you never just go from point A to the finish line. There's always going to be those small goals and those milestones on your journey. And it is so important to just take a moment when you hit those, when you complete a lesson, pass a quiz, do the laundry this week, to just stop and think like, wow, I'm being really productive. This is really good for me. And, the stuff that I'm doing now and these steps are going to make a big difference for me later. So just make sure that celebration and, basking in the success of goals achieved is something that you take the time to do.
Taking time for yourself and taking care of yourself and like taking time to like have a phone call with somebody who you really love can like really help recenter you. It makes me think of when I am just like having a hard week or I feel a little stressed or overwhelmed, going to see my grandma. And just, I
It's
always
really
say that like a
nice.
trip to see her is so good for the soul.
It is so important to stay motivated from yourself and from others that love you and want to see you succeed. But we all need that extra push, which is why we came up with an awesome challenge specifically for our high school students and specifically right now during back to school season to give you that extra push to succeed. So, Jess, tell us everything about Motivate to Graduate.
Okay, so Motivate to Graduate, we have been working on this for a long time, putting it all together to put together this challenge that really focuses on you, the Penn Foster High School student, and giving you that extra motivation to hit your goals, hit the milestones in your program, and just continue to progress, because the answer to success is progress, right? Especially with your high school program. So if you need more inspiration to stay on track with your online high school classes, you can join this challenge. It is designed to keep you, the student, focused on your goals while having the opportunity to win some cool prizes along the way. So if you haven't heard about this yet on social or anything, here is all the details, all the tea you need. We want to challenge you to make progress through your diploma program. And as part of the challenge, you'll pledge to keep working on your studies and have the chance to win these prizes. So the challenge kicked off a couple of weeks ago, and it's running through the end of the year. And any Penn Foster High School student who enrolls between August 14th and September 20th is eligible to participate. So if you haven't registered and you have not pledged and you want to, we are going to drop the link in the comments and you can jump in there, fill out the form, and get your pledge in. You want to make this pledge to keep moving forward, and then we start to keep track of all of your entries. So once you've signed up, you'll get entries for prizes based on how far along you move through your program and hitting certain milestones, completing exams, hitting a major milestone in your program. The more you accomplish, the more chances you have to win. So like we said, to sign up, you have to fill out the initial pledge form, which we will drop the link to in the comments. It's very simple. It just asks for your email address, your name, your student ID number, which can be found in the top right-hand corner of your student portal if you're not sure. And that helps us keep track of all of the great stuff you're doing in your program and give you those entries as you earn them. So once you're pledged, you'll start automatically earning entries based on a couple different criteria. So if you complete 5 exams and pass them, every 5 exams you complete, you get an entry. If you hit 25% or 50% or 75% or finish your program, you get stacked entries based on those as well. So the more you progress, the more entries you have to win the prizes. And I'm sure that you're wondering what the prizes are. So the grand prize is a MacBook Air and a Penn Foster prize pack. That'll include a t-shirt, a mug or a water bottle, just a couple cool things for you to show off your Penn Foster pride. And then we have 10 runner-up prize winners who are going to also receive a Penn Foster prize pack. So you have chances to win our grand prize or one of 10 other smaller prizes, but still includes some cool swag for you to use at your leisure. And like I said, show off your Penn Foster pride. Um, how do you get entries? Like we said, complete and pass those exams for an additional entry every 5 you complete and pass. And if you hit those quarterly milestones, 25, 50, or 75%, you'll earn entries based on those as well. And then we will also have opportunities to earn extra entries. So how that will work is first thing you'll want to do is to opt into our text messages, because all of the entry opportunities will be communicated on social media. But also, if you want that direct communication right to you to let you know when you have the ability to earn an extra entry, you're going to want to text the word learn to 7338. That will get you signed up for text messages from us. And when the additional entry opportunities come out, you will be the first to know, and you'll get that text message. It'll say motivate to graduate, and you'll know that it is time to post on social. So the additional entry opportunities are going to be if you complete those 5 exams or you hit a program milestone, posting about it on any of your social networks, and making sure that you tag us at Penn Foster and use our hashtag motivate to graduate. To share your successes on social, because like Lauren said, we want to celebrate your success and you want to celebrate your success. And this is such a great way to keep, everybody in your circle in the loop with how you're progressing through your program and also earn those extra entries. There is an extra step. So after you post and you tag us and use the hashtag, you will have to submit your post via a dedicated form. When you get the text message about the additional entry opportunities, the link to the form will be right there. And you'll also be able to find it at the link in our bios on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere where you find us on social. So make sure that when you do make those posts for that extra entry, you are submitting either a link or a screenshot. You have the option for both to make sure that we count your extra entry, because you want to make sure you're getting those entries in, because everybody's trying to win that grand prize.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like I said, this will run through the end of the year. So you have a couple of months to earn these entries and continue to progress through your program. And then first week of January 2024, the winners will be selected by Monday, January 8th, and you will be notified by email if you win. So I know that was a lot, but we do actually have a dedicated little website that we can drop the link to in the comments that has all of that info in case you tuned out with me droning on and on. And we'll also have the link to the entry form and all of that good stuff that we're also going to drop in the comments. But this is all about you, the high school student. We want to make sure that we are helping you progress through your program and giving you that motivation to continue to succeed and to hit that end goal, which is graduating and earning that diploma. So if you have any other questions, you can feel free to send us a DM or to give a call to student services, like Lauren gave us the number before. They have all the info as well. And we can't wait to see you pledge and make a, commitment to progressing through your program, because that's the goal at the end of the day.
Absolutely. As Jess said, success is all about progress. So hopefully this is a little incentive to help you keep going. But no matter what pace you're working at, no matter what your goals are, do what's right for you. The fact that you took this step to further your education and, move along on your journey to reaching whatever your end goal is, even if you don't know what your end goal is, that's okay. Education is something that you take with you through your whole life. This is a very good thing that you're doing. And we wish you the best of luck through your studies, a great back to school season, and we hope to see you super active in this challenge. I know we'll be checking on social media for all your posts super regularly and sharing the great milestones and motivation that you're putting out there. So we can't wait to watch you succeed, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you guys for
Thanks.
watching and for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.